Hi, well I'm back in the studio today to do a couple different things. Let's start by re-recording a couple of videos that I didn't quite like the way it came out earlier, so once I'm done with that, we're going to take a look at designing a couple tables. I'm actually going to go through 3 different tables. I don't know how far we're going to get because we're designing them live here, so stay tuned, and as soon as I get my other videos done, we'll be right back. Alright, well sorry that ran out of battery. That's just the way it is. Alright, so I've finished laying out or measuring out my table here for my urban stuff. I'm going to be getting some models from Sarissa. I've already got models from Foreground that I can use, but definitely need to get some more. Now I know what sizes I can fit, and as I play around with the models, I'll come up with a table design. And as I get those models, you'll be able to watch me actually design the table. Right now, we're going to look at this table mat. Not a whole lot special to it. My goal here is really to try to figure out, there's 2 model concepts I've got. There's 2 different mats. One I'm calling the Crossroads, and one I'm calling the Village. So what you can see is like a 52-inch width here, right about, in this part. Here it's going to be a little bit less than that, about 4 foot. But this is where the bulk of that table focal point is going to be. And I need to come up with this design for an event that's going to be happening in October 2023 for both these tables, where there is a focal point in the center of the table, and there's going to be some objectives on either secondary objectives on either edge of the table. But what I need to do is figure out what I can do with the terrain I've got. So let's take a quick look. Well, I don't need these. These are going to be for a separate table. Let's put this up here. Alright, so we've got walls, bridges and stuff. We've got tiny roads. No, we've got medium roads. One of the things I want. We got a lot of those, but I got damaged cobble roads, and I may need all of them because in the medium roads, I've got 2 types. I've got kind of dirt tracks and I've got cobble. So let's take a look at the table again and we'll see what I can come up with. Well, first, let's see what we got here. And we got some light colored and some dark colored cobble. Not that it really matters, but it's just from a thematic perspective, you want to kind of match as much as possible. This could be a slightly different road than these, newer, so to speak. Alright, so, well, there's not a lot of that. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to start with the Crossroads, because my goal is to try to develop a look that will be, major, or as close to a major thoroughfare as I can, in the theme of our game. We're looking at trying to occupy a location, a crossroads, so to speak, where it's easy to move troops to the next location. Now I've also got this nice sheet here, and I'm hoping this will be usable too, but we'll see. Alright, it actually matches this pretty well. So let's just start laying things out and see what we can do. Let's just start by seeing what we can do as far as what does it take to get across the table. I don't necessarily like short. Going to be short by a couple inches there. So let's put her at an angle slightly. And there, we can do this at an angle like this. Throw a, this will stand in for a fountain. I'm going to be getting a fountain at some point, so you know the roads can go around, you know, travel around it. What if, instead of doing that, we would do this? Okay, that works, and that works almost perfectly. Good enough for me. Okay. Alright, so we do it this way. Easier so it won't fall on the floor. Alright. So you come up, yeah, left hand turns kind of thing. Don't have much. We have two curving sections. We have some to split here. What if I do this? That won't work. That's not gonna quite work. Maybe then we need to go, no, let it be separate. Okay, this is a little lighter, so we'll try to use that as a transition piece, I think. Yeah, we can do that. There we go. There. No, we won't do that one. That should be good enough like that. Okay, we're gonna, let's see, let's take a look at the measure. So, looks like we have a kind of a thoroughfare kind of thing going on with this little town center kind of thing. No, yeah, it won't work. How far is this from each edge? Each edge, that's 3 feet in. So yeah, that's about center. Here's the center point, end to end. Yeah. What about here? I'm going to mark it with this pen. See, I don't necessarily want it to be exactly symmetrical. That kind of loses, in my mind, loses something if I do that. So, we'll do, I have one of those, one more of those. We'll set this up here. Oh yeah, no, actually it'll work because off in this direction, I want to have this join up to a dirt road, making its way out that way. Yeah, because I'd like to be able to have, you know, those secondary objectives be on the outside here. And then, what if I do this? So, what do I have to go as far as going straight across? I don't have enough to go straight across with that. But if I have, say, this, oh, I'm pretty close. my goal here is to have a table in which the opponents are going to want to position their, in a strategic perspective, position their forces, there we go, such that they've got some good lines of communication from one end to the other kind of thing. So, because this is a narrative event, and the idea being both armies are trying to launch an offensive, but to launch the offensive, they need to secure the crossroads to allow the material they've got to easily move to support the ultimate goal of the offensive. Now, I do have bombed out cobblestones. Now, some of these are a little bit more damaged than these. Definitely would, can't quite call them what do you call it? Good roads. So I don't think they would actually fit in with the crossroads idea. I think having this in the center is really going to help make it look like it. And then we'll just assume, there's a little bit of a sort of a village kind of thing, more of a town going on here. And 6 feet that way, or that way, there'll be a village. So that'll be the other table. That we'll start looking at that in a little bit. So let's see what we can do. Now, I'm not entirely certain what buildings I would use here. I know I'm not going to need some of these for the eventual city fight, because most of what I'm trying to accomplish in the city boards are going to be industrial, not residential. So, I'm going to start by pulling out a manor house here from my foreground scenery to at least give me a sense of scale. Actually, that's not necessarily too bad. I wouldn't say it's necessarily perfect. Huh. Right up against, no, not quite. What if instead we move these here? Actually, move this completely differently. There. So there's my new road. Okay, get some distance here between the back of the manor house and that road. I can even put a couple fences there. Matter of fact, let me get those out. So the walls, the bridges and stuff, get those out. And we'll start seeing this take shape. Forgot the name of the manufacturer of these. We did a product review on these walls. Well, I did. Dave bought them for our nonprofit, and I went ahead and reviewed them. I honestly forget the name. Novus Creation or something like that. They're a real nice little wall. Very economical. It kind of makes sense. They're like this. Yeah, let's do this. I don't know if we'll do the ironworks on it or not. Don't think it's really necessarily important, but at least just for the positioning of walls right now, this gives us a good feel of what we've got. Ooh, we've got another wall. Good. So that can go here. Nice. So now I've got a completely walled-in manor house right there. And it looks pretty good. Yeah, let's hold off on those. What is my next step here? Well, let's get more buildings. Let's see. I don't want ruins in here because I want this to be pretty much unfought over previously. Again, these are my foreground buildings, so I've got quite a bit that I can put down. I wonder if these triple story ones will work. Let's see, or are these dual story? Let's do it this way. Yeah, that might work. There we go. There's the triple story one. Look at that section for a bit. I still have some more of those buildings. This will give me a good center point. Alrighty, this one here. Whoops. Okay, this one here. All the front doors are the colored doors, and they're going to be on this side, the main thoroughfare, so to speak. Wrong way. There we go. Alright, so that looks good. Now I need some stuff here. These should be similar and nicer buildings. Let's see, do I have any? Nope, these are the same. These are all the same. There we go. So we can do the green one here, white one here, the main house there. Maybe we don't need this. See, I think I did kind of want to have something here. Don't know what that would be though. Let's grab a couple of these and move them over here. That'll kind of look nice with the doors next to each other. I don't know. Maybe we do that. So, from the Crossroads, we're going to have the go straight out here with this little jog. That might be nice. We'll have this out here. And let's see if we have a single. Nope, that's not. Here's a single. Yeah, we'll just have a single like this. Yeah, let me come up with something for that spot. That should work out kind of nice. And then over here, I'm going to want something similar. What I'll probably do, what I'm going to do is over on this side of the road, we have a tree line. And over here I want to get some more buildings and things. Make it more, yeah, make this make sense, make more sense. So, the Crossroads is going to be a little bit more important, a little more difficult to take than I thought it would be initially when I designed the scenario in my head. So let's pull this back. There we go. Okay, do this. Yeah, there we go. Like that. Move this back down here. That'll give me a spot here for something. Maybe that's this. This will be, okay, so far, so good. But now we need to see what's going to happen over in this corner. And again, I want to get a, oh wait a second, I gotta be careful. Because I want a village on that one. Okay, so. Alright, so we're going to stop here. I'm going to take a couple photos because I want to make sure I keep this one up to date. This is my idea so far. Put a pin in it, and then we will go ahead and tear it down and start the next one. Okay, so all right, that gets us started. Now, I think what I want to do though, I know I'm going to want to have that. One over there, I want to maybe a Y. No. Yeah, perfect. Right there. That straddling, that'll be perfect. Because that straddles the edge. Then I know what I can do on the next table. I can basically move that back over here. Okay, so I'm going to tear this down and then we'll reset. I'll show you what I do with that next piece. So let me tear this down, I'll be right back. So let me show you what I did. Started with the little piece of road here. That was from the other table. So here's kind of what I did. I went with the wire initially, but I realized these mud roads we don't have any real cross sections except for that one Y. So I wanted to make that like the center of the village. So I decided to use a partial curve, and I placed it in the place of the Y before, took a picture of where it is on the table edge, and then moved it to exactly here so that it's set up exactly the way it was in the other table. So this will help me figure out how I'm going to wind it through to establish somewhere in the middle here my village. Okay, so village is going to be somewhere here. Let's see. First thing I'm going to do is to get a partial turn. So this is a 90-degree turn, and this is, well, more than 60, that's for sure. It's almost a 80-degree turn, but it's the opposite of this one. So it should set me up toward the center. Actually, I'm going to bring this back a bit. Give me some distance. I want to set there. I want to set that up. Yeah. That isn't quite gonna fit, so I need to come. Okay, let's measure the exact center of the table because I do want the Y very close to the center of the table. And I got to figure out what I can do with the roads. Yeah, it's not that bad. Looks like it's 38 inches in. It's not too bad. Okay. If I swing it like this, no, I'm gonna do it this way. Okay, from there, this has to go off the table edge. Yeah, it's gonna get a little bit dicey here. That'll get me off the table edge, but it's not necessarily what I want. That's pretty straightforward. No pun intended. I'm using straight track or straight roads, but it doesn't seem visually appealing quite. It's not bad. It's just not perfect. I thought I had more of those, but I don't. I don't want to incorporate a creek because if I do that, that will definitely affect. Well, wouldn't necessarily be that bad. Throwing a creek in. What that will allow me to do is to use a bridge to span the creek and take up basically one of these straights. What if I do this? Nope, that'll pull it further this way. I don't want to do that. If anything, I want to pull it further that way. What if we do these two? Instead of, make a full-on. No, it's not going to work too well. Man, I had some good there, but. I can tell them I need some farmhouses. But if I do this, that lines me up much better here. And if I do this, that allows me to pull the town center in ever so slightly this way, getting me closer to. See, this becomes the town center. Okay, what if instead pull this in here? There's 24 inches right here. Okay, that works nicely that way, but oh, there's 3. Okay, so yeah, so that's about the center of the table. So I kind of like what I'm seeing there. And that is using one of these. Okay, so we use 2 3-footers, or 3 inches, or however many inches those are. Those are 4 inches versus the regular 10 inches. So we can go like this, and off the table here we can do actually, that might not be too bad if we have a bridge right off the edge of the table. These are 10-inch bridges as well, so I wonder if I have a longer one. There's a shorter one, actually. What if... Yeah, I'm just trying to... I want this to be the center. And I want to have... If I do put a creek in, I want to be able to... I want to be able to do it so that it doesn't interrupt one side only. Maybe two. I mean, sorry, maybe like it splits, the creek goes across this way. But it's not quite working the way I expected it. What if this... So what if instead, I'm going to go back over to this corner here, and instead of using the curve, what if I laid this here, oops, sorry, wrong direction, laid this here, so that's where it comes straight off the other table edge instead of a curve. And then I can do curve here, there may be perfect right there. Now I've got, it's the only thing about these, it's a little 48, there's 24 right in the center of the Y. These being 10 inches, they're going to fall just short of the table edge. So I'll have to just allow them to visualize that. Then we can use, let's use our big rivers. No, not our big rivers. No, maybe so. We got some rivers here. I don't think these are definitely not all the rivers. I have a feeling that we may have not yet unpacked one of our cases from the last event where we used all these rivers. So the cool thing about the rivers is you don't need to, run them all the way through. You can just end them right around or near the bridge. See with a gap in them? So it gives you some leeway. There. Something like that. Oh, no, it's going to have to come off the side of the table, so... things to think about. What if maybe... Let's look at our medium rivers. That's what we'll do instead. We've got a box up here of medium rivers. So, let me put these away. These actually look really good, though. Let's not use those. Let's see what our medium rivers look like. Let's see, I've got roads, forests, marshes. Medium rivers are right here. This is the one we have a lot of. Okay, so we use medium rivers in the event. Oh yeah, not the big rivers. I think I want to get some more big rivers. I forgot what company makes those. So let's take a look at how we could do this. So there's a river, a bridge. I like the idea of having Perfect. Now I just need the right sizes for these. Should have a shorter section here someplace, I'm thinking. Yeah, even if it's like this. Oh yeah, see, there, boom, right off the base. That's good. What happens if I use that? Here, need a small piece there. Let's see here. Oh, perfect. A small one. Boom. There we go. We got ourselves a little creek. That looks good. That'll be kind of advanced only. Artillery can't cross it. It's shallow water. No, it'll be less than shallow water. Oh, maybe not. We're looking here at about 200. It's almost 10 feet across. Yeah, it would not be shallow water. It would be shallow. This would not be the amphibious assault rules. Obviously, anything with amphibious rule can go over it, like a Schwimmwagen duck. But I think that looks pretty good. Then it leaves us with 2 unused road sections. What happens if I use, let's see. What if I do that? There we go. What if I make it curve up here and it comes off the edge there? That'd be kind of nice instead of driving straight in. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so I think we're good there. But now you gotta come up with some kind of, what does it look like village-wise? I know I don't have a lot of terrain for that right now. Matter of fact, I know I used those in something else. So, let's take a look. I'm going to have to buy some, I guess. So let's just put some placeholders in. These will just give us an idea of where I might want buildings. These will be, European, Eastern European, mostly design. Here's my rural Polish house. There's my Russian cottage. That should give me something. Okay, so. And a barn here. Just again as far as magnitude, I think this should be a larger building here. A smaller building here by where the river to its back should be, and there would be this one. I'm thinking, yeah. Oops, maybe needs some work, but at least I think we got the village look going, and it's connecting up over here with the other table. So let's put a pin in this one, and we'll see where we take it next. Alright, hope this is interesting. I'll catch you guys in the next video.